Good morning children. In the last videos we have studied what are integers, how to locate integers on the number line, how to add and subtract the integers on the number line, and we have also solved the sums of the exercise based on these things. Yes, so today we will study some of the properties of integers, that is properties of addition and subtraction of integers. So these properties we have also studied in your 6th standard. But the properties were on whole numbers. Taking the whole numbers, we have solved this properties, learned the properties. So today we will study these same properties on integers. Yes. So the properties here are, first one is closure property, second one commutative property, third one associative property and additive identity. Yes. So let's study one by one. Yes, so first one is closure property under addition. What is closure under addition? Yes, so closure property, as we have studied in 6th standard, whenever you add two whole numbers, you again get a whole number as the sum. Same way here, you have to take integers. Yes, you know what are integers? The negative numbers, 0 and the positive numbers, together they are termed as integers, right? So for any two integers a and b, a plus b is equals to c, where c is an integer. Yes, that is a and b represents any integer. You can take any integer in place of a and b, add those two integers, and what sum you get, c, whatever sum you get, that also is an integer. Yes, so this is closure property of addition. That is, for example, you can see here 7 plus 2. 7 and 2 are two integers. When you add these two, you get 9. 9 is also an integer. Next example, minus 10 plus 3. Minus 10 is one integer, 3 is another integer. A represents minus 10, B represents 3. So what you get? Minus 7. Minus 7 as the sum, and minus 7 is also an integer. Next example, minus 20 plus 0 gives you minus 20. So minus 20 is an integer, 0 is also an integer, and their sum is also an integer. Yes, so therefore we can say integers are closed under addition. Integers are closed under addition. Whenever you add any two integers, you again get the sum as an integer. So this is closed under addition. Integers are closed under addition. Yes. Now next one. Closure under subtraction. Yes, that is when you subtract. What do you mean by closure under subtraction? When you subtract two integers, the difference what you get is also an integer. Yes, that is for any two integers a and b, a minus b is equals to c, where c is also an integer. Yes, that is a and b, you can take any integer. You subtract the two integers. What difference you get c, that also will be an integer. Yes, for example, you can see here 7 minus 9 is equals to minus 2. 7 is an integer, 9 is an integer. If you subtract these two, you get minus 2. Minus 2 is also an integer. Yes, the next one, 17 minus of minus 21. So 17 is one integer, minus 21 is one integer. When you subtract these two, what you get? The difference you get as 38, and 38 is also an integer. Next example, minus 24 minus 6. Minus 24 is one integer, 6 is one integer. When you subtract these two, the difference what you get is minus 30. And you can see that minus 30 is also an integer. Yes? So therefore, we can say integers are closed under subtraction. That is, you can subtract any two integers, a minus b, any two integers you can subtract, and what difference you get will also be an integer. Yes? Coming to the next one. Yes, commutative property. So commutative property of addition we'll study first. What is commutative property of addition? That is, when we have two integers a and b, when two integers are there a and b, you add them in any order. Yes, that is 17. Now in the RHS I have changed their order. Here -8 was first, -9 was next. Here I have written -9 first and -8 to the next of -9. When I subtract these two, -9 minus of -8, I get -17. Yes, again you can see both are same. You add the integers in any order, both the sum you will get the same. Therefore, we can say that integers can be added in any order. Their sum remains unchanged. You add the integers in any order, the sum remains unchanged. The sum will not change. You will always get LHS equal to RHS. Yes, so hence we can say addition is commutative for integers. Yes, so you have to remember this one for commutative property of addition, that is A plus B is always equals to B plus A. Yes, now coming to the next one, commutative property of subtraction. Yes, so what do you mean by commutative property of subtraction? How we added in the previous one, here we have to subtract. Take any integers A and B. A minus B will not be equal to B minus A here. Yes, remember, see carefully children. A minus B will not be equal to B minus A. Whereas in addition we had seen A plus B will be equal to B plus A. But in subtraction, when you add the integers in any order, LHS will not be equal to RHS. Yes, you can see the examples here. 5 minus 3 is 2. In the RHS, I have changed the order. 3 I have written first, then 5. 3 minus 5. 3 minus 5, you know it is minus 2. So plus 2 is not equal to minus 2. Yes? One more example. Minus 4 minus of minus 6. Minus 4 is one integer, minus 6 is one integer. I have subtracted this. And in the next side I have changed the order. First I have written minus 6, minus of minus 4. Yes, so minus 4, minus of minus you will get plus. Plus 6 is equals to minus 6, minus of minus plus 4. Yes, so minus 4 plus 6 is 2. Whereas minus 6 plus 4 is minus 2. So again plus 2 is not equal to minus 2. Like this you can take any integer in place of A and B, change their order, you can check it. LHS will not be equal to RHS, that is A minus B will not be equal to B minus A. So hence subtraction is not commutative for integers. Okay, so you have to remember this. A minus B is not equal to B minus A. Yes, now coming to the next one, associative property. The next one is associative property. So here you will get 3 integers. If 3 integers are there, A, B, C. Yes, for any integer A, B and C, A plus into bracket B plus C is equal to A plus B into bracket plus C. So when you have 3 integers, firstly you have to add the 2, then that sum we have to add it to the third number. Yes, so in the first side I have put the next 2 numbers. First we will add these 2, and the next side A and B should be added first and then the third number. So this also will be equal. Yes, you group them in any order and add it, the sum remains unchanged. For example, you can see here 5 plus into bracket 3 plus 2 is equals to 5 plus 3 into bracket plus 2. Yes, now you firstly add the bracket one, what we have grouped, that you have to add first. So 5 remains as it is, 3 plus 2 is 5. And here 5 plus 3 we have to add first, 5 plus 3 is 8. And then the third integer remains as it is here, plus 2. So 5 plus 5 is 10. And here again 8 plus 2 is also 10. Yes, so you can see both are equal. In the next example you can see minus 3 is one integer, 1 is one integer, and minus 7 is the third integer here. Now minus 3 I have kept as it is, and 1 and minus 7 I have grouped. In the next part, minus 3 and plus 1 I have grouped, and plus minus 7 I have kept it here. So minus 3 as it is, 1 plus of minus 7 will give you minus 6. And this side, minus 3 plus 1 gives you minus 2. and plus into minus is 7. Now if you simplify this further, minus 3 plus of minus 6 will give you minus 9 and minus 2 minus 7 will give you minus 9. So again you can see here the sum is not changing, it is the same. Therefore, we can say integers added in any order, the sum remains unchanged. Yes, the sum remains unchanged. Yes children, so with these two examples we have seen that we add the integers in any order, the sum remains unchanged. Hence we can say addition is associative for integers. So you have to remember this, a plus into bracket b plus c is always equals to into bracket a plus b plus c. Yes, so coming to the next one now, we will see what is associative property of subtraction. Yes, here also 3 integers will be there and you have to subtract it and check. Yes, that is for any integers a, b and c, a minus into bracket b minus c is not equal to a minus b into bracket minus c. Yes, it will not be equal here. In addition it will be equal, but in subtraction when you change the order and subtract, you will not get the difference same. So you can see the examples and understand here. 3 minus of into bracket 5 minus 2 is equals to 3 minus 5 minus 2. Now we will check whether it is equal or not. So 3 as it is, firstly we have to simplify what is there in the bracket. So 3 minus 5 minus 2 is minus 3 is equals to 3 minus 5 is minus 2 and minus 2 as it is. So 3 minus of minus 3 will give you 6 and minus 2 will give you minus 4. So 6 and minus 4 are not equal. Yes, the integers were same. We just changed the order. We grouped them differently and added, but the difference was not same. In the next example also you can see minus 4 is one integer, minus 2 is another integer and minus 7. These are the 3 integers here taken. So firstly we are subtracting minus 2 and minus 7. Yes. So minus 4 as it is, minus 2 minus 7 if you subtract, minus into minus you will get minus 2 plus 7. And in the next one, minus 4 and minus 2 we are subtracting first. So minus 4 as it is, minus into minus plus 2. And minus into minus 7 here will become plus 7. So minus 4, minus 2 plus 7 is minus 5. Yes. And minus 4 plus 2 is minus 2 and plus 7 as it is. Now if you simplify, minus 4 minus 5 is minus 9. And minus 2 plus 7 is minus 5. So minus 9 and minus 5 are not same. They are not equal. So minus 9 is not equal to minus 5. So therefore, we can say integers subtracted in any order, the difference is not same. The difference is not same. Hence, subtraction is not associative for integers. Subtraction is not associative for integers. So you have to remember this. A minus into bracket b minus c is not equal to into bracket a minus b minus c. Yes. Now coming to the next one and the last one, that is additive identity. What do you mean by additive identity? Now for example, you take any number. You can take a whole number or you can take an integer. So if you want to get back the same whole number or integer as the sum, what you have to add? Yes, that is for any integer, if we add 0, we get back the same integer as the sum. Yes, that is for any integer a plus 0. If you put any a is any integer, to any integer if you add 0, you get back an integer. Yes, if you add any other number other than 0, you will not get the same integer as the sum. Only if we add 0 to any integer, we get back the same integer as the sum. You add it in any order, 0 plus a or a plus 0. The sum remains the same integer a. Yes, so therefore 0 is an additive identity for integers. So therefore 0 is called as the additive identity of integers. Now for example, you can see here minus 23 is an integer. To get back minus 23, only 0 can be added. Yes, to get back minus 23. Or you can add 0 plus of minus 23. Again you get minus 23, the same integer as the sum. Yes, so therefore, when we add any 0 to any whole number or integer, we get the same whole number or integer. Yes, so hence 0 is an additive identity for integers. Understood children? 0 is called as the additive identity of integers. So you must remember this. A plus 0 is equals to A is also equals to 0 plus A. Yes. So this was the explanation regarding the properties. I hope you have understood. So based on this sums, we will be solving in the next class. Thank you.